Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can solve the problem that you're probably facing if you've just installed 4 new LED turn signals onto your motorcycle. I'm going to show you today how you can get around that by using what's called a metric diode kit. You can either buy one online, use the link in the description, or you can make one yourself, and that is what we're going to do today. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay folks, so you're going to need a few things in order to get this LED conversion to work. The first most important thing you're going to need is you are going to need 2 of these. These are diodes. I'll put a link in the description to the type of diode that these are. These are the brains of the operation. So you can get a close-up of these. So you're going to need 2 of these, and effectively what these are going to do are going to control your right and your left circuit for your new LED signals. We've got a right hand side circuit that will come through and up to the incandescent bulb in the dash or in the instrument cluster, and it will stop the electricity coming back down the other stem, which is what at the moment is making your lights light up. You're going to need some basic electrical tools, snips, clips, crimps. Little tip, whenever you're buying crimps or anything like that for your motorcycle, make sure you get the ones with the proper flexible rubber caps. Don't get the rigid ones. They become so hard to work with. To tidy the job up, we're going to use some heat shrink, solder, and a soldering iron. You don't need to go mad. If you don't have a soldering iron, I picked this kit up off of Amazon for, I think it was about 15 quid, something like that. You're also going to need some offcuts of wire. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, doesn't have to be anything that can take huge amounts of amperage, because it's only LED lights and it's only a 12-volt system. So grab yourself some offcut of cable. Okay, so we're going to be making a Y splitter. So we don't need all of this, so I'm going to trim that in half. So there's our first piece, and then we're going to cut this one in half to use as our Y splitter. I'm going to strip the ends of all 3 pieces. So we have a single cable at the top, and then that comes down into our 2 diodes, which we will solder, and that splits into 2 separate wires. The most important thing right now is that when you're wiring this all together and soldering, etc., is that on the diode you'll see that there's a band at the top. You see that silver band? Could be a different color on yours, but it will be smaller than the rest of the coloring on the diode. It's very, very important that that band is facing up to the single wire. The 2 stems coming off the top of the diodes, where those silver bands are, I'm going to twist those 2 wires together. Okay, and then we'll leave the 2 stems on the other side as they are. Silver bands at the top going to one single place. Okay. About 10 millimeters, something like that. Okay, so we're going to wire in our single piece of cable first. So we've got that ready to go, that piece of heat shrink. We're going to place that in the helping hands. Give that a check, make sure that it's soldered nicely. I'm no professional at this, but you want a good coverage, make sure it's nice and solid. Okay, so now we have effectively created everything that we need in order to make our LEDs work on our bike, our LED turn signals. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim these down a little bit because we don't need them to be this long, but I don't want them to be too short because we need to be able to crimp the ends of them inside the headlight housing. So I'm going to take about half of what is there off. I'm going to strip the ends. Okay, now we can put some crimps on the end. Okay, so I'm now going to go ahead and attach these male crimps to the ends of the Y cable, and then I'm going to be using the female crimps for the inside of the headlight housing, which I will show you which wires you need to cut and which wires you need to attach these to. Make sure before you go installing these that you do have either the rubber casings like so to stop water ingress, or if you don't have the rubber casings, get some electrical tape and use that instead. Put these on here, and then we're just going to crimp these onto the ends. Now if you wanted to go the extra mile, put a dab of solder on the joints here between the wire and the crimp. Now that our diode Y splitter is complete, we can move over to the wiring loom inside the headlight housing. So the symptom that you're probably getting if you've just installed LED turn signals on the front and the rear of the motorcycle is something like this. You see how this one's lit up but very faint and it's not flashing. Same with the opposing side. See how that's all strange and it's just not doing the job that it's supposed to be doing? You might be getting all four of them coming on very dimly at exactly the same time. For these LED indicators, we need to split them up, which is what the Y splitter with the diodes is for. The diodes stop the flow of electricity flowing over to the other side of the wiring loom. That's why it comes from one cable, splits into two, and we've put those diodes in place in a particular orientation to stop that flow of electricity coming over from each side, depending on which signal we put through the wiring loom. What you're looking for on the inside of your headlight is this blue connector. At least it's blue on the 97 model, which is what I've got. Now the female side of this connector, if I remove it, this female side, that is what goes up to the incandescent bulb and the instrument cluster up here, what you would consider maybe your dashboard. On the 97 model, the light green and the black cables are the instrument cluster bulb for the indicators. So those are the two we need to take note of, not the blue, not the orange, not the grey, and not the green and yellow. Light green and black. I've done all of my mods on the male side, leaving this intact completely with the instrument cluster. So on the other side, you can see I've made these cuts already. You will have the same colours, the light green and the black. Okay, and I've cut them about 2 inches up the loom. I've then added my spade connectors, my female spade connectors, to both sides of that wiring, because this is where we're going to put that Y splitter that we made earlier. Go ahead and grab your diode splitter, and we're going to take the single stem, okay, the single side, and we're going to connect that one to the green, the light green cable coming off of the male connector. We're going to take the Y, the splitter, and we're going to join it back up. So we've got our light green here and we've got our light green up here. We're going to join that one up there. And we've got our black as well, so we're going to join up the top black one, not the one coming off of the connector. We're going to join up that one, like so. And that's the diode kit installed. The last thing you need to do, this leftover black wire coming off of the male connector here, all we need to do with this one is we need to ground it. So grab yourself another piece of black cable, just something easy, simple like this. I've put a spade connector on it, and I'm going to join that to that connector there. Okay, so like so. And I'm just going to run that to ground. Inside the headlight housing, anything that's black with a white, in fact, across the entire wiring loom, anything that's black with a white stripe is ground, is common ground. So I found a bullet connector. Let's see if I can get this out here for you to see. This bullet connector here, all I've done is I removed the bullet, fed that earthing cable down into that bullet, squeezed it with a pair of pliers to keep it in place, and reinstalled it. Like so. Last thing to do is to connect that blue connector together, and that is it. So let's review just so things are clear. We've got our blue connector, instrument cluster connector here, light green and black cables. I've cut those about 2 inches up, and then on the light green I've put the single cable from the Y splitter. Diodes are in the middle, and then I've got the Y going to the light green and the black, and then the leftover black cable off the connector is just going to common ground. That's all. Now if we turn on the ignition and flick the switch down here, a lovely flashing LED turn signal. Let's zoom out, we should see the other side. Like so. Now if you turn these on and you've got a really quick blinking, like it's going absolutely mad, you need to install what's called an LED relay. I'll leave a link for those in the description. They're very inexpensive, and that will solve your fast flashing problem. If you'd like to see a full video on how to take the lens out of the headlight housing, you can click on this video up here. If you want to follow along with more intruder related content, you can go ahead and click on this playlist down here and follow along with the rest of the rebuild. For now guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.